Hello everybody, it's your favorite hero Chris Nest here with a brand new reaction video. I'm on top of things today. I'm rushing to get this recorded before work. But it's Weiss versus Mitsuru. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Okay, I'm going to straight up say it so no one gets mad at me. I have never played Persona or any of those games. Ever. So, please forgive me if I don't understand things. Now, what I saw from the teasers, Mitsuru is apparently completely immune to ice and cold, which as far as I can figure out, from Weiss, that's kind of a big advantage because most of Weiss's go-to things involve ice. I believe most everything she summons is also made out of ice. I may be wrong on that. It's been a while since I've watched Ruby. So, I think the last thing I watched from it was Season 3. I believe it was Season 3 or 4. I don't remember. But with that being said, guys, you generally know how this goes. The link to the original is in the description. Go watch that, then come watch it with me. With it being said, let's get watching. Love the new intro, though. Ooh. I will probably end up buying this. Like, legit, I probably will. Or someone will put it in Tabletop Simulator. One or the other.
They're as cold as ice. They're willing to sacrifice.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Today, we're pitting together two queens of ice born into powerful, if troubled, families.
Weiss Schnee, heiress to the Schnee Dust Company and member of the Huntress Team Ruby.
And Mitsuru Kirijo, heiress to the Kirijo group and member of the Persona-wielding Seas.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. The world of Remnant is known for many things. The vicious creatures called Grimm, the hunters and huntresses committed to fighting them, and the Schnee family.
Yeah, they're kinda like royalty, and their princess is Weiss Schnee. As the heiress to the family company, she grew up in a pretty cold home. Pun intended.
Oh,
The
she's
Schnee
left-handed. I
family
didn't know
expected
that.
a lot from Weiss. It was considered
She's
essential
short.
that she live up to their highly influential name.
Too bad for them, she had her own plans.
Rejecting her father's wishes to remain at home, Weiss left to attend Beacon Academy and train to become a huntress, literally putting the W in Team Ruby. Within just a year, Weiss established her own name for herself, saving the kingdom on more than one occasion, and doing so with her trusty blade, Myrtanaster.
And that's McHugh. Merc Nasty here is a multi-action rapier with a 3-foot-long
Merc
blade.
Nasty.
But guess what? It's also a gun! Instead of a plain old crossguard, it's got a 6-slot revolver-style chamber that Weiss fills with bullets colored like the rainbow.
Well, they're not exactly
I actually don't remember this. Can she run
They are
out?
vials of dust, which she can fire to enhance her weapon and skills. Ironically, the Schnee Dust Company is by far one of the largest producers and exporters of dust.
Wait. They sell dust? I got a ton of that shit covering the bookshelf in my trailer. I could sell it and finally have enough money to buy a second bookshelf. Just farm, here I come.
No, not that kind of dust. In the world of Remnant, dust is an energy source, often used to fuel vehicles, androids, and weapons. Wait, you
Yeah.
have books?
Wait,
When
you
did I
had
say
books?
anything about books?
Well, long story short, there are 4 main types of dust: air, lightning, fire, and water.
I thought there was more, to
And
be
Weiss
honest.
likes to mix water and air together for her favorite, ice dust.
And that is why they call you the Ice Queen.
She can also attack with fire, launch a windstorm, block attacks with barriers, and many, many other techniques. Needless to say, Myrtanaster is a surprisingly versatile weapon.
She also uses dust to boost her semblance, which is basically her X-Men superpower. Weiss gets hers from her family line and can do a bunch of stuff with it.
She can make glyphs on surfaces or in the air, each with a different color denoting its ability. Black glyphs hold things in place, while white ones propel things forward. Also, by infusing glyphs with dust, she can manipulate their effects. For example, a touch of lightning dust lets her dilate time, dramatically increasing her speed.
Or even better, she can use the glyphs to summon monsters to aid her in battle, Beastmaster style.
Sorry
like
about that
this
cut,
crazy
guys. I had
boar,
to sneeze.
A giant killer wasp, and the Armagigas.
Which literally translates to giant armor in Latin, so fitting.
Damn,
Okay,
just
then.
imagine how great her family could be if they all didn't hate each other. Unlimited dust, giant bodyguards you can summon anytime, and they'd never be stuck with warm beer.
Unfortunately,
What?
the Schnee family does suffer from some rocky relationships, with the
yeah.
exception of Weiss and her older sister, Winter.
Wait, go back. Is her dad Colonel Sanders?
I guess there's a certain resemblance.
KFC, KF Schnee? No wonder they're so rich.
Where did you get that chicken?
What? You don't carry pocket chicken?
So, back on
Where did you
topic,
get
Weiss
that
has
chicken?
a very powerful and versatile ability, and like most semblances, it's powered by her aura.
Which is like an invisible shield around her body. She's basically unkillable while it's up.
Though the aura itself isn't indestructible.
Yeah,
it
but
can
say
be
I'm
depleted after
absolutely,
taking a lot of damage
pretty sure
and needs time to
it can be
restore
broken
itself.
through.
Without it, she cannot use her semblance, and she's much more vulnerable.
But that aura is pretty friggin' tough. It was just enough to take a full-on hit from a geyser of lava.
Lava can reach temperatures up to 1200 degrees
That's actually
Celsius,
kind of
enough
impressive.
to melt iron. And during a food fight of all things, she was thrown into a pillar so hard it was obliterated.
Hey,
Damn!
I've been in a few food fights in my time, and that shit gets intense. And that one's tame by comparison.
But greatest of all, with a combination of ice and her aura, she survived riding atop a speeding train crashing through concrete. By measuring the diameter of the resulting hole and applying the values of fragmentation, this means Weiss survived an impact equal to over 7 tons of TNT.
But
Now,
it's
wait a
not just
minute.
Weiss that's tough. Her glyphs are strong enough to catapult the Armageddon.
Now, you can't really say how much of that force she directly
giant
took.
mech built for fighting Godzilla-sized Grim.
Compared to the height of her
So-
teammate nearby, it appears she created
I'm gonna
over
say that one's a little iffy, but
2,000
I'll let 'em
metric
use
tons
it.
of ice. Obviously, that much ice doesn't fit into 2 vials of dust. She's likely using the ocean as a base to exert fusion energy and vaporization energy on the nitrogen in the air, thereby freezing it like so.
I
At
zoned
most,
out.
this would require over
I understood
900
none of that.
billion joules of energy,
What?
equivalent to detonating around 230 tons of TNT.
Damn!
Wow! No wonder
Okay.
she pushed that big old robot around. Plus, Weiss can also move super quick, dodging missiles and even hitting bullets out of the air.
And with time dilation, she can stay nearly untouchable while taking out her opponents in the blink of an eye.
Like that old saying, float like an inner tube on a lazy river and sting like your pee in the morning.
Please go to a doctor. Throughout her journey, Weiss has overcome all sorts of dangers, but her most difficult task may have been the moment her father cut her out of the family, leaving her financially broke and dismissed from her birthright.
Ah, boo-hoo, no more allowance. Still, she's powered through and made a name for herself as a huntress. With the Ruby team at her back, I think she's found the family she truly belongs to.
Thing is, the last time a Ruby character was in one of
I'm
these,
more than a name.
it got so ugly because so many people got pissed
In
with
the
it.
early 2000s, you'd be hard-pressed to
So-
find someone in Japan who didn't know of the Kirijo Group, a
I
global
don't know what's
conglomerate
gonna
involved in
happen if
nearly
Weiss
every aspect of
loses.
daily life. And the heiress to this impressive company was a young girl named Mitsuru Kirijo.
But unknown to her, the family company was into some pretty sketchy stuff. Her grandpa started experimenting with some sort of mental world called the Mind Place.
Or more officially, the
creative naming
collective
there, but
unconscious,
alright.
a realm connected to every living being's subconscious mind. And within the collective unconscious dwells shadows, fragments of human psyche which often appear as malevolent monsters.
They're basically demons.
Kind of.
Yeah.
However, there's another sort more directly integrated with the minds of individual people, effectively becoming their shadow selves.
So some of them are demons who want to kill you, and some of them are demons who are part of your brain?
Close enough.
Well, Gramps
I'm
tried
more
to get
so
the
thinking
shadows
about
for
Heartless,
himself,
but
as
okay.
anyone who's tried to summon demons will tell you, don't do that. Trust me, it never works out. And when it does, it doesn't.
Chaos Incarnate erupted. The resulting explosion from his experiment released the shadows into reality to prey on an unsuspecting populace, and unveiled the Tartarus, a citadel between worlds. The Earth was drastically changed with a new dark hour, an extra hour of time occurring at midnight.
Most folks
That's
didn't
kinda cool.
notice, though. The world basically freezes in time during the dark hour, including people. So nobody's got to pick up a new 25-hour clock, because when the hour runs up, everything continues like nothing happened. It's like getting an extra hour of secret sleep.
But some people are able to operate during this hour, including Mitsuru, which she decided to take full advantage of.
Yeah, she felt pretty guilty about her family basically ruining everything and sending hundreds of murder monsters into the world. So she swore to fix her grandpappy's mess.
And while she's certainly skilled with a rapier thanks to her time in fencing club, a single sword would never be enough to combat the hordes of shadows. Luckily, her
Immunity
first
to
experience
ice,
with the Dark Hour helped her out in
clairvoyance,
this regard.
telepathic
That's
communication.
one way to put it. She and her dad were almost murdered by spooky shadows.
But this event also led to an awakening. With the threat of death itself mere seconds away, Mitsuru dug deep within and found a new weapon, her shadow self.
And that's how she became a person user.
Persona user.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Thanks to this fateful night, Mitsuru can summon a manifestation of her personality known as a persona. This was Penthesilea, who would eventually
Actually,
evolve
it's
into
kinda
her
badass.
ultimate form, Artemisia.
Artie
That
is the
looks
best
even
non-imaginary
cool
friend
even
you could
cooler
ask for.
badass.
She's
What
got
the
all
hell?
sorts of powerful ice spells. She can heal
I can't speak
Mitsuru's
English
wounds.
today.
She can drain someone's energy and add it to Mitsuru's own. And she
Oh.
can blow people up with mega deal. It's a big purple kaboom that ignores special defenses. Anyway, and to top it all off, she's got a kinky ice whip.
While Artemisia
Really?
cannot really be killed, she does have her limits. When a persona is overtaxed or takes too much damage, it becomes broken and unusable for a short time.
And since Artemisia is technically part of Mitsuru's mind, when the persona gets hurt, so does she.
But this connection also grants Mitsuru her own set of special powers. She's physically superior to most others. She can also sense the locations of people and layouts of buildings through analytical clairvoyance. She's also immune to ice
Damn.
and the cold, so I'm not really sure why she needs that giant fur coat.
Everyone needs a good fur coat, Wiz. Come on.
I guess. It is a pretty nice coat. Anyway, Mitsuru wasn't going into battle alone. She gathered a team of Persona users to form the Specialized Extracurricular Execution Squad, or SEAS, which is much easier to say. The team set out
yeah.
to explore Tartarus, combat the shadows, and put an end to the Dark Hour, while also scoring some extra credit because it was technically an after-school club.
Japanese
what the
schools
fuck,
are way
really?
more hardcore than ours.
And with a team at her back, Mitsuru needed a tool to reliably summon personas with. And so came the Evoker, which might be a little disturbing to some people, so fair warning.
Yeah, it looks just like a gun, and that's kind of the point. The idea is to use the gun to create an extremely traumatic experience similar to how Mitsuru first evoked her own persona.
Specifically, this is accomplished by aiming the thing at your face and pulling the trigger.
Yeah, that's definitely not how guns are supposed to work.
Questionable concepts aside,
fuck?
Mitsuru and her persona are an absolute terror on the battlefield.
Oh, God! Did she just cut off that thing's dick?
Yes, she did, Boomstick, and it was a goddamn cannon.
Oh, the horror, but also cannon dick.
Mitsuru is quick enough to dodge gunfire. Heck, another Persona user is even fast enough to outrun a bullet fired by a Magnum.
Those usually have a muzzle velocity of over 360 meters per second.
And Personas can move even faster. Naotos could react to and catch an arrow in milliseconds, and Mitsuru has defeated her in battle.
But hey, how about that time Mitsuru and her whole team survived an explosion that totally wrecked this whole bridge? Now, in my humble opinion, using my very own handcrafted
What the
munitions
hell?
measurement chart, I'd say this blast falls somewhere in the range of, oh shit, we're dead.
Interesting, but let's use some real science now.
The
This
fuck?
is
I
real
like
science.
the last
I
one
tested
better than
explosions and their
sex.
real effects on real people, just like you would. I'm a real scientist now.
But that's... wait, real people? Boomstick? Where are the interns?
Where
are the interns?
Hey, look, I got you that coat that you wanted.
Ooh, thank you! Oh, it's so soft.
So are the interns. But hey, Wiz, there's one more mad
what?
thing you gotta do. By working with another Persona user, Yukari, Mitsuru helped freeze up this giant, creepy puppet monster.
Well, again, taking nitrogen into account as it comprises 70% of air's makeup, we can apply its required fusion energy and vaporization energy.
That's
to
so
find
many
this feat would
fucking
need an
numbers.
energy output equal to 60 kilotons of TNT.
Yeah,
Though this
that's a
can't
bit.
all be
That's a
attributed
lot
to
more
Mitsuru,
than
as
Weiss
she did
took
have
from that
help.
stupid
That's
train.
still a hell of a lot of ice. Mitsuru and Artemisia sure make a powerful pair.
And even after successfully ending the Dark Hour and redeeming her family name, Mitsuru continued battling for people everywhere, one shadow at a time.
This appears to be just the beginning.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all
All right,
possibilities.
I think
But first, I'm
Mitsuru is
all out
going
of
to
pocket
win
chicken,
this.
so let's get something better with Blue Apron.
By now, you've probably heard of
death battle! But right now,
Okay, we're back. Sorry.
it's time for a death battle!
Sorry about that, guys. I'm not taking the risk of the blue apron thing because last time I let that through, I got a copyright strike on me, and I'm not having that again. Oh, we're just getting right into it. Damn.
Such good form. You fight with a sense of ease.
Thank you, but flattery will get you nowhere.
Until, you know, one of you loses your head, which I'm assuming is how the death is going to go. Yeah, immune. It's not gonna work.
Fighting me with ice. Ironic. And a waste of time. Artemisia!
I like Mitsuru's personality, too. That's not gonna work. I feel like Weiss has to play kind of hit and run to even land any meaningful damage, I feel. Because she's definitely faster, I believe.
Touch me, Ice Queen. Huh, so that's what it's like.
Reference. Yeah, she's definitely faster, but she's not more durable than, well, okay, your summon just straight up got pwned by the persona. Okay. Ah, making another one. So, is the persona gonna kill that thing too? It wouldn't surprise me. Holy shit! Yeah, guy, okay, I know there's gonna be a lot of Ruby fans who are gonna be mad at this. I do not think Weiss is going to survive this. I really don't think she is.
As annoying as this was, I have to admit, you fought valiantly. But now, you'll fall by my own hand!
I can do this on my own.
Artemisia! No mercy!
It's gonna be sad, because Weiss is like one of the only characters in Ruby I actually like. What just happened? Oh, her aura broke!
How strong are you?
Not good. That's not good. Oh, no.
Strong enough.
I'm sorry. Okay, everyone, I'm sorry. Weiss is dying. Goodbye. Yeah, she's dead. Aww.
KO! Well, Wiz, I'm glad we got these coats.
I knew it was gonna be downhill.
Cool.
Weiss was incredibly skilled. Her versatility certainly proved a challenge for Mitsuru, and she held a decent advantage in speed thanks to time dilation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Though to be fair, Mitsuru's analytical clairvoyance meant it would have been pretty difficult for Weiss to get the jump on her. Plus,
Yeah.
Naota's persona had to move around Mach 7 to catch that arrow in such a short amount of time. So Artemisia
Oh,
must be
so the
capable
persona
of
could
similar
actually keep up with
feats.
Weiss.
Yeah, but slowing down time seems like an instant win move, doesn't it?
In some ways, yes, but we look for who can win the most matches overall, not just a couple times out of 1,000 possibilities thanks to one good move.
Yeah,
Even
true.
though Weiss had plenty of attack options, Mitsuru's defenses were just too strong. Like how she completely canceled Weiss's ice attacks.
This presented a
Which,
unique
like
problem
I
for
pointed out in
Weiss,
the beginning, that's
who
her
has always
go-to
been fairly
thing.
reliant on ice techniques. She was forced to use dust, which she has less experience with.
Plus, Weiss and her summons have never dealt damage anywhere close to that "oh shit, we're dead" explosion that Mitsuru survived.
Yeah,
By
big
taking
time.
the diameter of the blast here and comparing it to real-life nukes, then considering how far Mitsuru was from the center of it, she took a hit worth over 21 tons of TNT. Definitely higher than Weiss's 7-ton train feat.
Frankly, Mitsuru's survivability and power output outclassed Weiss. Even if we cut her major ice feat in half since she was aided by Yukari, Mitsuru still output 130 times more energy than Weiss when she attacked that mech.
But
It was
numbers
just
aren't
an
everything,
inevitable
right?
battle.
Sure, there's always a new way to look at things. For instance, Weiss's arsenal was limited by her aura and dust supply, while
Yeah.
Mitsuru had no such constraint on her own powers.
It takes a long time
Plus,
to
the
restore
Invoker
aura.
basically
And
just
remember,
pops
when
the
a persona
persona
gets
back up
broken,
anyway.
It can just come back a few seconds later.
Which
Yeah.
was extremely useful, as Artemisia could heal Mitsuru at any time, undoing whatever progress
Goodbye,
Weiss
Weiss.
Oh man,
That's so
what
sad.
a nice bold move.
made. While
You
Weiss's
could tell by the
speed and
battle
versatility
itself that
put up
this
a
was
good
going
fight,
downhill for
Mitsuru's
Weiss.
greater defense, raw power, and more reliable arsenal proved too much for the Huntress.
She had no chance.
The winner
Oh, for
is
fuck's sake,
Mitsuru
Boomstick.
Kirijo.
No chance, really?
Hey, thanks for watching Death Battle. Don't go away just yet. We're about to announce the next fight.
And
Who
if you
is
haven't
it?
seen the latest episode of our podcast, the Death Battle Cast, you can click it right there.
I want to know, who is it? What the hell? Captain Falcon? Seriously? Next time is Captain Falcon versus Johnny Cage? Huh. That should be pretty fun. But since the episode's done now, hearing all the analysis, I had a feeling. That's why I said Mitsuru was gonna win. The ice immunity was a big help because Weiss is, that's your when your go-to thing that you almost always fight with and rely on just suddenly doesn't work against somebody, you are kind of forced to use shit you're not used to. And the persona is definitely better than any of Weiss's summons. I would agree on that one because, like I said, if it breaks, a few seconds later she just pops it back up and it does the same damn thing. You can't do any real lasting damage with it. So, for a Persona's character's first time in Death Battle, congrats, y'all Persona fans got to win. But with that being said, I hope each and every one of you liked this video, and I want you to stay awesome. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.